Hi, Damon Davis here. Perhaps today you got out of bed tired, sick, beaten down, foggy in your mind. Maybe your joints hurt, your back hurts, you're fighting something going on in your body and you've tried just about anything to get control of it because right now it's got control of you. You know what I'm talking about. Perhaps you get up each day and you look in the mirror and you don't recognize the person looking back at you. Come on, you want to look better. You're tired of putting on clothes that just don't fit. The diets, they don't work. You've tried them all. Your energy is low. You push, struggle to get through the day. And come on, God, I need an answer. Well, today I'm very excited because a very special friend of mine, Dr. Joe Christiano, is here. And he's going to help you and me discover by going one-on-one to get the answers, the secret, the truth behind what you and I have been doing wrong all along and what we can do right to get our body back on track. You were created one of a kind. You were designed with one purpose in mind. In your talents, dreams, and just one could change the world. The road to destiny, it's never easy, seldom simple. We have so many questions. Those who have traveled this road, they know the way. One turn made the difference. One idea, it ignited a fire. Just one answer to one decision, one strategy, one solution could shape your thinking and cause you to win today.
Joe Christiano, trainer to the stars, is a naturopathic doctor and certified nutritional counselor who has spent 40 years developing individualized diet and exercise programs for Hollywood celebrities. A former Mr. Florida and Mr. America bodybuilding award winner himself, Dr. Christiano has trained Miss America, Miss USA, and Mrs. America pageant winners. He has promoted health and wellness to millions through his many books and seminars, and has been making headlines by developing a nationwide campaign for helping kids with obesity and related illnesses.
Dr. Joe, it is so good to have you.
Damon, thank you for having me. It's great to be here, man.
I asked you to come here today because you've written a book that we're here to talk about today. And what I'm looking for, Dr. Joe, is to embark on a journey together, you and me, one-on-one. And us one-on-one with you, that whatever you're facing right now, you start today to go through the journey I'm about to go through. We're going to be healed. We're going to discover breakthrough healing found in God's Word that Dr. Joe, you are revealing beginning today in this amazing book, if I may.
Sure.
Blood Types, Body Types, and You. That's a pretty unique title. Let's dive right in towards healing. What is this book about?
Okay, what this book is about is the genetics that each of us have, making us different from everyone. And it has to do with the foods we consume. There's 4 blood types, and we deal with that specifically. We have the A, the O, the B, and the AB. And if we fed the same meal to all 4 blood types, it's very interesting what takes place. After that meal, maybe an hour later, one person would feel very energetic. One person would feel tired, kind of, a little hypoglycemic. Another would have a little party going down in their colon.
Sure.
And the other would be somewhere in between. And you got to ask yourself, well, if one diet fits all, how could 4 different people eating the same food react differently?
So I'll eat, and the next hour I'll be fatigued, or I will notice swelling. What you're telling me is it is actually could be attributed to what I'm putting in my mouth.
A direct correlation to what you're eating. When we eat food, we should be fueling our body. In In other words,
Right.
we should have energy within an hour and a half later,
Right.
not feeling tired, lethargic, or feeling inflamed.
So if someone's feeling inflamed, if they have low energy, if they're experiencing anything that's not positive after they eat, you're saying that their body is actually the indicator.
Exactly.
They should be listening to it.
Exactly. The significance of how you react and the way you react to food is based on a chemical marker called an antigen. That antigen differentiates you from the next blood type to the next. So when you ingest food, if that food is compatible, your body's going to benefit from it. We call that healing.
Wow.
The body will actually heal, be like medicine. But if that particular food you're eating, we would call that, say, an avoid food, not a junk food, a whole food, but yet it's not compatible to your chemistry at the cellular level, then the body is going to glutenate red blood cells, and it's going to break down a functionality of a system.
Wow, so instead of the food we're consuming to be benefiting us, which is by design, God
Yes,
designed
absolutely.
our body to respond to
Yes.
foods a certain way, it's having an adverse effect because of our blood type?
Yes, like a transfusion. If you got the blood type A and B donating blood, the response is going to be fatal.
Wow, has to be the same.
Yes.
If you're an O positive, you need O positive blood.
Or A and the B cannot interchange blood because the reaction would be fatal. When it comes to the dietary perspective, same thing occurs. Foods have antigens or they have chemical markers that are similar to blood types. Like for example, if a blood type A individual ingested a B-like food, which would be a dairy. Dairy has a sugar that's a B-like antigen. When those two hit, instead of it being fatal, what happens is that blood type A individual starts to have sinus issues. All of a sudden their sinuses start to close up and they take medications or sprays and they're not improving the situation.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
You mean, wait, I just go to the store, right? And I just try to eat healthy. But you're actually saying it's not just about eating healthy. You're saying that God designed our body a certain way. The Creator created
Yes.
a machine with a blood type to only respond to certain foods?
Yes. Let me blow your mind, okay? It's not a matter of eating healthy. It's a matter of eating correctly. I'll give you a great example. The blood type O individual.
Right.
I'm a type O.
Got it.
And so all type Os do very well with red meat or a dense protein. Why? Because we have a high level of secretion of peptic acid in our stomach. We break the red meat down, we assimilate it well. It lowers our cholesterol, gives us energy. Give that same burger or steak to a type A. The red type A is more of an alkaline environment in the stomach, low secretions of peptic acid, therefore they struggle with breaking it down. Most type A individuals will tell you after eating red meat, they go, you know, it really bogs me down. It really doesn't agree with me, quote unquote.
Yeah, sure.
There's the body saying, don't feed me that anymore.
Sure.
Okay, the blood type A already is predisposed with a sluggish blood. It's very sticky, we call it.
Sure.
Well, if you add this particular food to your diet, what you're doing is you're, in essence, creating a baseline for premature cardiovascular disease.
Wow. You know, the Bible says that life is in the blood.
Yes,
It's really what you're talking about.
exactly.
But He's designed our blood type a certain way, and proper eating can cause us to be living right or maybe experience what I'm experiencing. It doesn't happen over time. This could very well be the result, as you're talking, the lights are going off, right? This could very well be the result of many years of wrong eating.
Exactly.
Not even bad eating.
Yes.
Wrong eating.
Right. We've done a study, if I can share this with you, 5,200 individuals based on age, gender, blood types, and various diseases like cancer, cardiovascular disease, and things like that. And what we found is certain blood types have the propensity of experiencing these diseases prematurely. And we found out that most of the causes were what they were eating.
Wow.
And they could change their illness profile back
Wow.
to being healthy. You, as a blood type O, am I correct on that?
I believe
Or
that I'm
not
a
sure?
blood type O, but you're actually bringing up a very interesting question, because I know a lot of people right now watching are saying, hold on a minute, time out, stop the train. What am I? How do we find that out?
Well, if you were in the military, you can go and find it that way, or you can go to your doctor, or you can do it at home.
At home.
At home, with a home blood typing kit.
So you mean we could actually provide a way for the person watching to find out without going to the doc?
Absolutely.
Really? It's accurate?
Very accurate.
Okay, so I find out what my blood type is. Then what do? So let's say I'm O positive.
All right.
Let's say I find out I'm O positive. What is this book going to teach me? What is the first thing that's going to happen when I discover my blood type?
Okay, once you discover your blood type, what I've laid out in there for you is 14 varieties of breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, blood type meals for families that have different blood types.
Wow.
And then recipes. And so it's a kind of like a guide to show you what food selections to make. We also take the food groups, and we have 3 categories: beneficial, neutral, and avoid.
Say that again. So 3 different types of foods.
Out of the food groups,
Out
we
of the-
categorize them 3 different ways.
Okay.
One's beneficial.
Beneficial.
One is neutral.
Neutral,
And one is avoid.
avoid. What's that?
Okay, if you're eating a food group for your blood type that's beneficial, your body will treat it as a medicine for
Okay.
healing.
Okay.
The neutral is another food that's compatible for your blood type.
Got it.
And it'll give you that energy that you need, that fuel.
Got it.
But the avoid food, which is not, I want to emphasize this again, it's not junk food, but it's a food, a whole food. But biochemically speaking, it's not compatible.
Wow. So I will find out my blood type. This book, Blood Types, Body Types, and You, is going to tell me on my journey of healing foods that benefit me,
Yes.
that will bring healing
Yes.
to my body. So get rid of the inflammation, for example, but actually bring my body to a place of healing naturally.
Yes.
Neutral foods, I'm tracking with you, here, that will give me the energy I need,
Yes.
but then you're going to tell me what to stay away from that probably got me into the shape I'm in right
Exactly. Yes. Now, unique as a type O, we're saying you're a type O.
Yeah.
Your illness profile has arthritic-like pain as part of your innate, predisposed genetic profile.
now. Whoa.
Yes.
You mean it's already there?
Yeah. It's there. You're fueling it, eating the wrong foods.
So people watching that might be going through a whole host of challenges in their body and disease, it's possible that it was in their genetic markers.
Absolutely.
But what they ate triggered, activated,
Yes.
turned on the switch for things like I'm experiencing right now.
Yes.
But you're telling me that I can turn off the switch.
Yes.
I can actually reverse. Come on.
Yes. What happens is that system returns back to normal. So if it's happening in your joints, that inflammation will disappear.
Oh,
It's just
it's
natural.
it's so liberating. You know, Dr. Joe, I am dealing with pain every day. And let me tell you something. You deal with something long enough, you just start accepting it.
And the quality of life is now starting to drop.
Let's talk about that. I mean, I really want to help people understand not just where they can be, but I want to relate to where they are right now.
Well, I can give you a personal example. I struggled with hypoglycemia for years and years and years, and going way back before they had the glucose tests, you know.
Yeah.
And what was happening to me in my business and traveling and everything, I couldn't function, I couldn't think, I was becoming lethargic, but something more dangerous to me was I was starting to become depressed. I was finding myself just sitting around in the stupor thinking negative things were entering my mind because I wasn't getting enough blood sugar to the brain and enough oxygen.
Wait a minute. This is the guy that has trained people to become disciplined and good health, and you're telling me that you were at this place yourself?
Never realized it. I couldn't understand it.
But you were working out.
I was working out. I was taking my vitamins.
Yeah.
And yet
You were sleeping.
I was sleeping.
But still, you're in the middle of the day, you're dropping out.
Like a bomb. And then I had to think, it's not exercise, it's not supplementation. Then what's the other part of this
Right.
formula? It's what I'm eating.
But I'm sure you were eating well.
I was eating healthy, not
Right.
correct or right for my blood type. But I've watched this now for 15 years. I've seen people with all kind of illnesses radically change and improve their illness profile from days to weeks to a month.
What?
Weight-wise,
Not years.
not years. Oh no, not years.
So
Pain.
let's break that down, because if I were to get the book, find out my blood type, and start avoiding the stuff my blood type says I shouldn't eat,
Right.
and eating the stuff that's going to heal me, what's going to happen?
You're going to be a new man. You're going to have more energy. Your life improves. The quality of your life goes up.
Wow.
It's absolutely amazing. Now, here's what happened to me. Now, I'm crashing and dying, burning out every day from 10 in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 9 days after I started making food selections for my blood type, my blood sugar stayed stable.
Wow.
And that's been 20 years.
Wow.
That's been 20 years, and it has never fluctuated since. I could go hours without eating. Before, I couldn't go 2 hours and I'd feel it. And I know people watching us right now know that that happens to them and they can't fix that.
Right.
But we have to remember more of a danger to low blood sugar as a baseline is it's a precursor to diabetes.
Goodness.
So let's go back to the root cause. Why am I feeling this? Why am I inflamed? Why can't I drop body fat?
If I got belly fat I can't get rid of, pardon me. If I got weight I've been trying to get off and I've tried every diet in the book, I could actually just eat differently according to my blood type and burn some fat?
Bye-bye body fat.
Come on.
Here's what happens. When you're eating the wrong foods or that's not compatible to your blood type, it becomes toxic, and the toxins from that food store in the fat cells, and the fat cells start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're feeding them.
Goodness.
And so a person that's carrying a lot of excess body fat is very toxic.
Wow.
So when we go back to making food selections for our blood type, particularly the beneficial foods, they serve as a medicine, but a natural medicine. And what happens is that agglutination of the red blood cells, that dissipates. All of a sudden, the body goes back to normal function. So in the case of our metabolic rate, the body's ability to burn calories, those fat cells start to shrink. The body starts losing body fat, and I mean within days to weeks.
You're kidding
And you're
me.
not starving.
You're kidding me.
Absolutely. See it over and over.
So I can, not necessarily, by the way, cut out stuff I love, because some of the things I love might actually be according to my blood type.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
if I can identify, tell me if I'm tracking you, if I identify the stuff that's on my avoid list, I could cut those out and the pounds are going to start to drop.
Yes. We've all been taught one diet fits all because a diet plan will come out and we all follow it thinking we're eating healthy, but we still have these symptoms. And if we continue on eating or ingesting the wrong foods, we build a baseline that if it isn't breaking your body down immediately, it will over time it will. And that's the greatest problem. And so what we can do is we can change our illness profile. We all have an illness profile that's predisposed, and we can radically change that by not radically eating, but just making sensible changes in our food selections that correspond with our chemistry. I did all the homework, by the way.
I can
You don't have
tell.
to try to figure it out.
I can tell. And it's all in this book.
Yes, stories are unlimited. We had a woman who was suffering from pain, like RA.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Which is what they think I have.
Yes, and we're going to rebuke that, and we're going to knock that out of your system.
Okay.
She didn't know what the problem was. She was near 70, 71 years old. She was already predisposed in her mind to live the rest of her life in a wheelchair because the pain was so great.
Wow.
She found my book. Now, this is her story to me. She found the book. She started making food selections for her blood type, removing foods that weren't compatible to her blood type in 30 days. Absolutely no pain. A year later, she still looks for the pain and says, I don't know why I'm looking anymore. It's a habit, but there's no pain.
What?
Radically changed her life.
This book did that?
Yes, because we're lining up our food selections with our chemistry. The inflammation that you have, that's a byproduct of foods that are contributing to your particular chemistry.
Wow.
So the first thing I would recommend is let's remove those foods that we know or learn through the book that are avoid foods because they're going to disrupt the natural functionality of your body.
This book helps me discover what food is all about. I mean, my goodness, you have discovered the characteristics of a banana.
Yeah.
I look at banana and it's yellow and it tastes good and it's sweet.
Why not eat it, right?
Why not eat it?
Yeah.
But it's more than that.
It's much more than that. It's either going to be a poison for your body or it's going to be a medicine for healing.
Wow.
And the general consensus in the one diet fits all would say, oh, I can eat that. It's a fruit. We should eat it. But for you, it may be an avoid food which works against your chemistry, which could be causing inflammation,
Wow.
a breakdown in your chemistry.
Wow. And this book will tell you what you should know. And what I'm hearing is that you're an A, I'm an O. I can't be eating what you eat, and you can't be eating what I eat.
Right.
Not if we expect to A, get to that place where we can heal, and B, go through the process of healing.
Yes. And unfortunately, we do have to take a moment or two to be taught. That's why my book is kind of like the second best thing to having me helping you as a coach.
Wow, that's great. That's a great concept.
And it's very, very reader friendly. I made it this way that you can open it up in the kitchen and pull the recipes out and use it. I also have food cards. In other words, these are these little...
You brought these.
I do. There they are, yes.
Call these cheat sheets.
Yeah, and in there are each blood type and the 3 categories that I mentioned in the book.
Do these come with the book?
They come with the book.
Wow.
Beneficial, neutral, avoid foods. So
Okay,
if you're shopping,
yeah.
if you're out dining,
Yeah.
you can just pull it out of your purse or out of your wallet and know if you want to meat, what meat is best for you.
On this card, beneficial foods, blood type O.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So if you're like me and you're a blood type O, I'm going to pull this out of my wallet. Maybe you have it in your purse. I don't need to tote the book around.
Exactly.
I'm going to do some shopping, and I'm going to go to beneficial foods, blood type O. What does it tell me? Well, first of all, what is beneficial to me is beef, ground beef, mozzarella cheese. I mean, stuff I cut out.
Yeah.
I'm told this, some of this stuff's bad. I paused because I'm looking at this, and I've cut this stuff out.
Yeah.
Thinking I was doing the right thing.
Because you're thinking one diet fits all.
But no, I should be putting this back in my diet.
Absolutely, if you're a type O.
Goodness.
Yes. I love this, man. This is so good. I remember one time being at the post office, and a gal was looking at my book because we were shipping them out, and she says, "What is this about?" And I told her, and she says, "Well, I'm a blood type B." She purchased the book. I hadn't seen her for about 2 weeks. I happened to come back to the post office. She jumps out from the counter. She says, "What do you think?" You know, I'm looking at her and I don't know this woman. I go, "Well, tell me." She goes, "I dropped 17 pounds. The medication that I was on for my stomach is all gone." And she goes, I have so much energy, I can't believe it. But I got to tell you the truth. I went over to my daughter's house and had some fried chicken. Because she told me, she says, "I cut out that chicken because I found out I was a B."
I bet you she felt it immediately.
She says, the next 24 hours, she goes, I was upside down. My stomach was burning. I felt terrible. And it proves itself. So I tell people this, when you get my book, give yourself the acid test. For 21 days, even 30 days, you're worth this. Do your best to avoid the avoid foods. And I'll bring you up to 80%, okay? So we're not going to try to be 100%. Do your best to avoid the avoid foods for those 21 days. Eat everything else that's there. And by the way, between the beneficial and the neutral, there's plenty of food to eat. And then after those
but just don't eat the ones that are
for 21 days.
That are on the avoid
So we're going to
card.
remove those that are on the avoid card.
Okay, so while you were talking, I pulled my type O card, okay?
Right.
Well, first of all, I love cashews. And they're supposed to be healthy.
Say goodbye to them.
I ate a whole bag of them yesterday. And this morning I woke
How
up
are you feeling?
inflamed.
There you go.
My energy's low. I struggled to even get to the studio today.
For 21 days, avoid the avoid foods. Then, here's the acid test. Re-enter the foods you have been eating. I'm not asking you to do anything wrong or
Got it.
different. Replace those beneficial foods with the avoids that you were eating, like the cashews.
Got it.
I promise you, your inflammation will come back. Your joints will be swollen.
Wow.
Your stomach's going to be upset. You're going to be lethargic. You're going to be out of energy. You're going to have diarrhea. You're going to just feel terrible. And everybody that does that experiences it. And it's all about removing the foods that are toxic to the body. We become accustomed to being toxic. I've seen it over and over.
So this isn't for people that are just broken down or need some help. This is really for anybody.
Yeah, it's for
You're
people
saying that
that-
you can live the optimum that God designed you to be
Exactly.
by understanding your blood type, your body type, and you.
If you're on the fence, please order this book. It's going to radically change your life.
Dr. Joe, it's been such an honor to have you.
Thank you, David.
I am certain, I'm convinced, beyond shadow of a doubt, that God sent you here today. I don't think that you're here by happenstance. It's not a coincidence. God doesn't work that way. If we believe anything that the Word of God says, it's that He orders our steps.
Yes.
Man chooses his path, but God orders our steps. And you've chosen a path. Your path that you've chosen is to be a blessing to people, to help them move from the mediocre life to the promises that God has in store for them. They have to make a decision now.
Yes.
And then God will order their steps.
Absolutely.
Dr. Joe, it's been such an honor to have you.
Thank you, David.
We search for solutions to control our weight, answers to inflammation, sickness, and disease. We spend millions on over-the-counter pills and pharmaceuticals to deal with problems that, in fact, might be a result of what we eat. Over 5 million people in America have discovered how what you eat, according to how you are made, really matters. Damon says that your time is now. Time to look better and time to feel better. In just 21 days from today, you could be living free. In today's exclusive one-on-one television offer, you will receive blood types, body types, and you. In this revealing and groundbreaking book, discover that eating by your blood type can be the key to your body responding the way God made it to function. Feel better, look better, lose weight, and reduce stress starting today. Increase energy, get clarity of mind, and improve overall health. Get there by taking a 21-day challenge now. Discover your blood type, what it means, which foods are good for you, and which ones are not. Learn to eat what's designed for you and end the struggle through pain and bloating to achieve true weight control. Getting healthy and losing weight isn't just about cutting out the foods you love. Let's lift the lid on the truth. Eating what God designed you to eat is the difference. Full of great tables and menus, this book will help you feel good and look great in no time at all. With your book, you will receive Dr. Joe's unique food cards so you don't have to guess about the right foods you should eat and the foods to avoid. These small cards are great for your wallet or pocketbook and make eating right for your blood type easy wherever you go. And to make your journey to weight loss easy, Damon wants to include Dr. Joe's Workout DVD, a compilation of his expertise from over 2 decades of experience helping others reach good health and look their best. Pop in your DVD and receive first-hand guidance from the trainer to the stars, Miss Americas, and people from all ages and all walks of life. Damon wants to help you position your life for success. He is taking Dr. Joe's 21-day challenge today, and he invites you to join him. For your generous gift of only $50, you can get started today. Count the money you're spending on fad diets, antacids, lost time, and lost opportunity, and know that this small investment is worth it today to try something that in only 21 days could change your life. End poor health and yo-yo diets. Begin sleeping better, feeling stronger, and looking healthy. You deserve it. Start today.
God bless you. Thank you for tuning in today. We love you, and please join us next week at this same time right here on this channel. One-on-One is a spotlight of the people, the relationships, covenant partners in ministry that have been part of the family of Legacy Worldwide, an agency that specializes in providing help and assistance to the industry that my family has served for over 50 years. So, if you're a pastor, an author, an evangelist, a business leader, a musician, an entrepreneur, anyone who has a vision, a gifting, a calling, a gift that is in you, then let me tell you that I want to be here for you. Legacy Worldwide wants to be here for you. Maybe you need design work, web development, program distribution, help, branding, marketing, so many things. Consider how we might help you. Contact us today for a free consultation, and who knows, maybe you'll be sitting here with me while we share one-on-one something great, life-changing with those who tune into this program every single week. Email us today. Let us know how we can help you.